I've been driving a truck for 11 years. I've seen strange things on the road at night, but only once did a stranger on the radio save my life, and I still don't know what he was warning me about. It was 2:40 in the morning, somewhere on I-80 in western Nebraska, the kind of stretch where the highway runs flat and black, and the only light for 20 miles is your own headlights. I'd been running since noon, living on coffee and a gas station sandwich from Cheyenne. The road was doing that thing where the white lines smear together and your eyes forget how to blink. I reached for the CB radio, channel 19, more out of habit than anything. Dead air, normal for that hour. I keyed the mic. Eastbound, mile marker 204. Anybody out there? Nothing. I set it down and reached for my coffee. Then the speaker crackled, a man's voice, low, calm, like he was sitting right next to me. 204 eastbound, you need to slow down. I grabbed the mic. Say again? Slow down, now, before the next bridge. I checked my mirrors, empty road behind me. I looked ahead, no bridge anywhere. I don't see a bridge, driver. And that's when he said it. That's the problem. You won't. Now, I've been out here long enough to know two things about the CB at night. Most voices are just lonely guys who want to talk. But the ones who tell you to slow down without a reason, those are the ones you listen to. So I backed off the throttle. 72, down to 55, 50. I came around a long, sweeping curve, and there it was. A bridge, low, concrete, and sitting dead center in my lane, sideways, no lights, no reflectors, a jackknifed trailer, black on black, invisible until you're right on top of it. If this one's already got your chest tight, do me a favor. Tap that like button so this story finds the next trucker driving alone at 2 in the morning. They'll thank you for it. I stood on the brakes. The truck screamed, the trailer swung, and I stopped maybe 40 feet from that wreck. My hands were shaking so bad I couldn't light a cigarette. I grabbed the mic. Thank you. Driver, I owe you my life. What's your handle? Where are you? Silence. Hey, you still there? Static. Then, very quietly, the same voice. I'm at the bridge. I've always been at the bridge. I crept around the wreck, slow, and that's when I saw it. The cab of that jackknife truck was crushed flat, folded in on itself like a beer can, vines growing through the grill, windows black with old smoke. The truck had been there for years. There was nobody in it. I looked at my CB. The needle was still. No signal. I finished the run and didn't say a word about it for 2 years. When I finally told my dispatcher, he went pale. He pulled a file and showed me a photo of that exact bridge. That one, he said. A driver died there in '07, fell asleep, crossed the median, hit another trucker head on. They say he still runs that stretch. I never saw him again, but every time I pass that bridge at night, I slow down. And once, just once, I heard the speaker crackle and a voice say, "Good." I pulled off the highway at a truck stop I'd never seen before, parked, and fell asleep. When I woke up, the truck stop was gone. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was what I found under my seat. I was hauling a load of lumber through the Texas Panhandle, and I'd pushed it too far. My eyelids felt like sandpaper, and the road kept tilting. Around 1 in the morning, I saw a sign. Bright green, friendly. Truck stop, 1 mile. Fuel, showers, hot food. Thank God. I took the exit and rolled into a clean, well-lit lot. Parked between 2 other rigs, killed the engine. I remember thinking how nice the place was. Too nice, honestly. Neon sign glowing, diner lights on, a big American flag snapping in a wind I didn't feel. I locked the doors, climbed into the sleeper berth, and passed out. When I woke up, something was wrong before I even opened my eyes. No engine noise, no highway hum, no cars, just silence and cold. I sat up and looked out the windshield. The truck stop was gone. No diner, no neon, no flag, no pavement. I was parked on bare dirt in the middle of an empty field, surrounded by dead grass and a few scattered mesquite trees. The other 2 rigs were gone. The highway I'd exited from was gone. Nothing but flat land in every direction, and a gray sky that couldn't decide if it wanted to rain. I checked my phone. Dead. The clock on the dash, 7:14 in the morning. Normal. But the odometer, The trip meter read 43 miles more than it should have. I'd driven 43 miles while I was asleep. Or something had. If this one's making you check your own mirrors, hit that like button. It's the only way these stories reach the next person driving alone at 1 in the morning. I got out. The ground was cold and wet with dew, but my truck was bone dry, like it had been sitting there for hours, and there were no tire tracks. The dirt was smooth in every direction, like the rig had been lowered down from the sky. I walked a slow circle around the truck, and that's when I found it, tucked under the driver's seat, where my own boots should have been. A folded piece of paper, yellowed, old. I opened it. A receipt, from a truck stop. The name at the top, the same one on the sign I'd seen. The date at the bottom, 1974, and handwritten in pencil across the back, in handwriting that wasn't mine. You can't sleep here. You have to keep moving. It doesn't like it when you stop. I don't remember getting back on the road. I just remember driving, both hands on the wheel, not stopping for anything until I hit the state line in broad daylight. I called my dispatcher and told him I was taking a week off. He asked what happened. I said I didn't want to talk about it. A week later, out of pure stubborn curiosity, I drove back to that same exit to prove I'd just dreamed it. There was no exit, no sign, nothing but flat, empty Texas. But here's the thing that still keeps me up. 11 years later, I still have the receipt, and the handwriting on the back has started to change. He was standing by the side of the road with his thumb out. I passed him at mile marker 71. Then I passed him again at 88, and again at 104. Each time he was closer to the road, and each time I was driving faster. This was on the 40 coming out of New Mexico toward Arizona around 3 in the morning. Empty road, full moon. The kind of night where you can see for miles and there's nothing to see but sagebrush and shadow. I saw him first at mile marker 71. A man in a dark coat standing just off the shoulder, thumb out. Not walking, not waving, just standing there, arm extended, perfectly still. Something about the way he stood made me not even think about stopping. I rolled past at 70. I didn't think much of it. Drifters, runaways, people who think they can flag down a big rig at 3 in the morning. It happens. Mile marker 88, 17 miles later. There he was again. Same coat, same arm out, same stillness. And this time I'd been doing 75 the whole way. There is no way a man on foot covered 17 miles in the time it took my truck to do it. No way. My mouth went dry, but I told myself it was just two different people, two drifters. Coincidence. I didn't slow down. I didn't even ease off the gas. Mile marker 104, 16 more miles. There he was, standing in the exact same position. Same coat, same arm. Except now he was standing on the white line, on the road. Thumb still out, like he was waiting for a ride he knew was coming. I was doing 80. I had a choice. Swerve or hit him. I swerved. The truck fishtailed, tires screaming, and for one long second I thought I was going to roll. I fought the wheel, got it straight, and looked in my mirror. Nothing there. The road behind me was empty. No man, no coat. Just moonlit asphalt disappearing into the dark. I didn't stop. I didn't look back. I drove with my high beams on and my heart in my throat until the sky started to turn pink over the mesas. And I swear I didn't breathe easy until the sun was fully up. When I finally pulled over at a rest stop to splash water on my face, I noticed something on the passenger side mirror. A smudge, like a handprint. Too small somehow and too off. The fingers were too long. I wiped it off with my sleeve. The glass was clean underneath. But here's the part I've never told anyone. The part that made me park the truck for 3 weeks and seriously consider a career change. 3 days later, I was in my kitchen, 800 miles from that road. I looked out the window, down the street, past the mailbox, to the corner where the streetlight buzzes at night. He was standing there, same coat, same arm out, waiting. And I swear to you, he was just a little bit closer to my house than the last time I looked. 3 stories, and none of them should have followed you home. But they did. Here's what I need you to do. First, if you survive to the end, you've earned the right to hit subscribe and ring that bell, because I drop a new true horror story every single week. Second, the road is the road, but the woods are worse. If you want to know why park rangers never hike alone, the video is right there on your screen now, and it's the story that started this whole channel. And third, if you want every story uncut, early, and a vote on which tale I tell next. Join the family through the link in the description. I read every comment, so tell me below, which of these three got you? The voice, the truck stop, or the mile marker? Drive safe, keep your doors locked. I'll see you in the next one.